Okay, officially welcome to the first episode of The Highest Sesh. Imagine an intro song. Highest Sesh. Maybe I'll do. Who knows? I don't care. Now, in this first episode, you know how they go for the first channels. You know how they go for the first episodes. So, today I'm gonna give you a small reading because this reading will confirm, of course, take what resonate and leave what doesn't, but it will confirm why you align with me and kind of this healing journey that we're going together. Because, of course, that is one of the main intentions of this channel and of the collective that aligns with me. Main purpose is this journey of healing together, right? But in this channel, I will be your hostess, of course. You can refer to me as Mage. And here, at least in this first episode of The Highest Sesh, we are going to do a reading, but I do want to explain something before I start this small reading that I do have, because I already have my cards pulled out. The intention for the whole channel, the things I do, the things I talk about, and my best in trying to maintain the most empathic perspective and highest perspective upon what I say. Nothing that I say is meant to hurt. Nothing that I say is meant to come out with a negative intention of purposely hurting somebody. You get triggered by something, you see something, you understand something. Of course, I'm a person that when gets triggered or sees a truth that wasn't aware of, it's like I say, damn, God just slapped in my face. But it's okay, I'm a masochist, so it's fine. It's a joke, but it is the truth. Truth sometimes tend to slap you in the face a bit, maybe spit you a little bit. You take what you take with that. You take what you take with that, because we tend to live in a lie, we tend to live in a dream, and it's not that the dream is not possible, it's the dream you're holding so tight to a dream that it no longer feels good. It no longer is a dream. It kind of becomes a rope that is tying you down. Now, just know this process of us healing together, growing together, and constructing and building together is meant to also for you to receive guidance, because if you receive guidance, I receive guidance. It's a mutual exchange of energies. All I desire and need is that you receive what you need to receive from this, understand what you need to understand from this, and I'll try my best to make sure you understand it in a way that you can add it in your life, in your daily life, or understand it in a way where you go about your day, you feel better, you feel at peace, you feel authentically yourself. And that is one of my main priorities with everything. Feeling authentically yourself in everything you do, in every way you act, in every way you talk, in every way you look, and everything you decide to do. Now, this channel is going to be full of readings. It's going to be full of guidance. It's going to be full of storytelling, experiences, maybe small blogs that appear out of nowhere. Most of them are going to be channel messages. Most of them are going to be messages, and most of them are going to be these highest sessions, because the reason why it's the highest sesh is because I do not care what kind of high you are. I don't care if you're drug high. I don't care if you're a half. Oh my God. Having trouble here, okay? It's okay. Things will get said, and it's fine. The highest sesh. What I said, what I thought, and what it triggered in me when I wrote that kind of title for the channel, it was I don't care what type of high you are. I don't care what type of high, if it's a drug high, if it's a medicine high, if it's a high vibrational frequency high, if it's a ego high, if it's an adrenaline high, if it's a high on something that if you align with me, you try your best, that is balanced out and programmed to align you in a peaceful manner to the authentic life you desire slash need slash desire. Because it's good to understand what we need, and those needs, prioritize them and fix them up, so they align you with the path you desire. But I kind of got lost. I'm so sorry. Things we're going to be dealing here in each episodes and channels are also my ADHD, that it's undiagnosed. I will get therapy, okay? Now, I do drift away from certain subjects because I do tend to think on layers. So if I'm thinking of an experience, I get a download, and then currently me having that experience also, it's a download, and then I'm aware of the whole. It's part of it. Now, let's just say what I have here on my cards. Do want to tell you guys, keep doing what you're doing. Like the actions that you're currently taking, the steps that you're currently taking, the way you're fixing certain things, and the way you're reacting to things that God is nitpicking out in your life. Not in a bad way, not in a way that is meant to hurt you, but in a way that these things that are kind of nitpick out of your life, because they're not huge things that are going to create chaos in your life. They're little things that used to, or you might have thought, that will create chaos in your life. And slowly these actions that you keep on taking, they tend to create a more peaceful feeling. Because while understanding getting rid of something or stopping something, I will say this, no matter how many options and how many ways you have to stop something, it will not work if you do not have the right intentions, the right thoughts, and the right perspective on the thing you're stopping. Why did I feel called to say that? I do not know. Let's continue. Now, all these actions that you're taking, because you're being aware of your emotional inner world. This is the highlighted part. This reading is talking about the emotional world, and specifically all these options that are coming your way, all these thoughts that are coming your way, and all these realizations that are coming your way. They're triggering something that you need to see, that you need to revalue, that you need to transmute, to understand and keep going with the next steps and your next actions, to make sure they come from a good intentional place, from a good inner emotional place. And while, yes, you're kind of in this state of emotional fulfillment, no matter where you are physically, no matter the things that are being taken off your life, because nothing really can get taken out of your life, and anything that is needed is within you. God will help you with the rest, and whatever you don't know, you're not supposed to carry that information, you're not supposed to carry that answer. If you ask, you haven't received, it's not the time. Now, you're good. It's not like everything that is going currently, and we are finishing Mercury retrograde. While yes, it was intense, while yes, you had to go through stuff, in the middle of the chaos, you tend to maintain yourself in the eye of the storm. And it's like and I see it in a more farther away. I see a person in the middle of the storm, in the eye of the storm. And while the storm is moving to another place, the person is moving, following the storm within the eye of the storm. You're being guided / protected at the same time. Oh, so you don't spray it. You're being guided and protected at the same time. It's not trying to hurt you, it's not trying to trap you. But in this current moment, you need the space, you need the time, and you need to realize what's going on around you. And maybe the person, maybe is not even aware that they're on a storm because they've always been within or living inside the storm. So once you get that kind of step in the eye of the storm, you kind of go like nothing's stopping, everything's the same, everything's still going on, but I'm okay. And that is good. Maintain your patience, maintain your grace, and maintain everything you need to maintain that beautiful, emotional, inner world intact. And don't let it be corrupted by thoughts that do not align, by thoughts that are no longer and are not helping. That they used to doesn't mean they do now. You grow, you change. So does your actions, so does your thoughts, so does the things you do, so does your environment, so does your body. Your change starts within, so it then starts to show out. But the body doesn't grow fast because it's from this material world. It's gonna take its time. The money's not gonna come fast because it takes its time. A plant is not gonna grow in a day because it takes time. And yes, you can find a way to modify a freaking serum or modify a liquid or something to make the plant grow in a day. Can you try and find your best where it doesn't corrupt or change the plant itself completely? No. It's gonna trigger protocols on the plant, no matter if it's DNA, natural, cellular, on a cellular level, protocols to protect, to accouplate, and to adapt to what's going on. The plant is not used to growing in a day. What happened? I do not understand. We need to adapt. What did you trigger in the plant? What protocols did you trigger in the plant? Does it become poisonous? Does it not give seeds? What did it ruin the whole floor and land to be able to even plant more plants? What did happen? What did that specific action do? That's why in quote they say you cannot go and change the past and change the future, and you can't do anything. You're gonna create chaos because it happens. One small decision changing the past can change a lot. The simple action of saying hi to another person and saying bye to another person, or just saying hi and making the choice to not saying hi, that simple decision of not saying hi can literally send you in through a whole another timeline. And when I meant timeline, I mean a whole different life experience. And what I mean by that is, how do I change timelines? I always say you have a consistent action that is leading you to an aligned specified outcome. A constantly disciplined action on it will guide you exactly to the desired timeline. I'm not saying you literally are gonna but it kind of happens that way in this material world. It's the third dimension, okay? So go slow. And the emotional fulfillment that you're currently having and maintaining kind of the stability and everything you are, because you are doing great, is the muse that you're receiving from your inner world. It's the muse that you're receiving from your feelings. It's the muse that you're receiving from your intuition. It's the muse you're receiving from your experiences. That requires strength and intuition and groundedness. Please. But the information, the intuitive hits, and everything that you're receiving within the feelings, thoughts, and actions that you're currently receiving and doing, they require strength. Because to receive is to receive truth. And to receive truth is a sword. Truth is a sword, and you can either cut yourself with it or cut somebody with it. I try my best to bestow knowledge on people. Bestow with my sword. But why am I careful? And why do you need this passion, understanding, empathy, but ethical responsibility on holding that kind of sword? Is being aware that you can extremely cut yourself really hard, really dangerously with your own sword if you're not aware of your thoughts and your feelings in your inner world, because it all starts in your inner world for it to start being reflected out in the outer world. We are the source of the reflection, but we are not the reflection. You understand? And I have the Empress here, babe. You're good. You are all the queens together. You know when to act, you know when to spend your money, you know when to stop, when to... That was weird. You know when to stalk. Who is this energy that's trying to stop who? And stalk? Stalk who? Stalk who? Maybe people are really stalking you. I do have the 9 of Pentacles, which is like you have the fruits of your labor. You know, you worked hard, and with the hard work you received the muse you needed. You received the inspiration you needed. You received the emotional fulfillment and the realization of your emotional fulfillment. You're aware of your intuition. You're aware of your strengths. And that is the thing that you're using to your advantage. And the fact that you know what to do with what you receive, and what to act, and when and what to act upon when you receive. Whatever you're doing in this whole journey that you're currently going through, and I think especially this has to do a bit with Mercury on retrograde, it was hard work, and it required strength and awareness in your intuition, and seeing a lot of situations, a lot of options, a lot of people, a lot of energies, a lot of places. But between and within and in the middle of all that, like I said, in the eye of the storm, you're able to maintain control, to work hard, to be aware of your surroundings, and still walk in the middle and move. And while everything is being taken away from you, on your surroundings, everything's getting destroyed, the fruits of your labor, your independence, your emotional fulfillment, because it comes from within, or because the thing that maintains your stability, your emotional fulfillment, and your peace does not come from anything that the storm is taking. So it allows you to stay in the Empress energy. It allows you to be independent and not hyper independent. It allows you to have the money you need, receive from everything, and have, your beautiful garden blessing you and providing you with everything you need. You're genuinely doing awesome. And as a first peek into the collective we have and the things we are going to be working with, because for now we're doing good and Mercury retrograde is about to be over. Still, there's about a few days, so bam, 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 my body, bam, bam. Like they're just, who knows if they go out with a boom. But you guys are great. You guys are doing extremely good. And keep going like that. The negative thoughts, the self-doubt, and those specific things that you're receiving are there to literally open the door for the next action. Just be aware and understand what your intuition is trying to tell you by listening to your body when you receive all that, and transmute whatever needs to be transmuted. So when you pass through the door, it closes and you never have to go back. I hope you understand everything I needed to say. There was a lot of stuff. There was a lot of throat chakra kind of like blockages. I'm still working around those because I do feel there's a bit of a heavy energy where they do not, like, when I feel it, I move through it, I experience it, and it's a reflection of you guys. And this collective, and specifically, it's dealing with, and I saw the image of just somebody from the back putting your mouth on your face. They're trying to shut you up. They're trying to make you stay in your place. They're trying to block that part of you. So you might tend people to change subjects when they speak to you. They tend to speak upon more on their life. They tend to say straight up, shut up, straight up, or ignore. And it's not mostly out of the people you love. It could be, it all depends, whatever resonates for all, because everybody has a different experience. But whatever people can trigger this kind of little kind of lag, like a glitch of blockage in your throat, that means that there's something there and that they're able to tug a bit, to tug that cord a bit. And that means if they're able to tug, that means there is a cord there. You decide what to do with whatever cord and whatever that cord in specific is creating in your life. And how that cord in specific, because I saw the cord and I saw it moving like brain waves or vibrational levels. So the cord connected to whatever it is, or whatever person, environment, career, it vibrates when it's being pulled, or it tends to vibrate normally. And depending on the way it moves, they could explain the level of vibrations that type of cord represents. Because something that I'm doing with my writing in the papers, that I'm slowly coming to realize, is that I'm kind of building our own philosophy, or a mixture, specific way of making people understand certain subjects for them to apply them in their life and be able to heal, have a peaceful, happy, empathic life, and it's not as easy as it sounds, but I think that's officially all for today. Thank you so much for listening, for aligning with me, and from being this just beautiful energy, because all here is beautiful. The Empress, the Nine of Pentacles, Ten of Cups. It's the High Priestess, the Strength, and the Muse of, I think it's the Muse of Emotions. You're doing beautifully and you're getting blessed with your next steps. Be aware that you're going to be receiving a lot of information. You're going to be receiving a lot. But just be ready for the actions. Be ready for the change, because I feel a move coming. I don't know what move that is for you. I don't know timing, because I don't like working with time. I don't like talking about time. There is a divine timing. You need to be patient. You will never receive something you're not ready for. But I'm grateful. I aligned with such a beautiful collective, and specifically aligned for me to be able to help you and you be able to help me. But again, thank you so much for everything. I hope the next steps in your life do trigger this beautiful emotion that you're looking for, or experience or outcome. You're gonna do good. You're gonna receive exactly what you need, and you're gonna be happy. You're gonna enjoy it, and it's gonna be more than you expect. You're gonna be more grateful than you expect, and you're gonna be settled with your own energy, and you're gonna be grateful for your own energy, and trusting each decision that you desire to do. Because even if you were taught to question everything you do based on a negative intention, now you are going to question your own choices based on a good intentions. Instead of, why should I even do this? You're going to ask, why should I actually do this? Not to question yourself out of thinking less of yourself and having lack mentality, but questioning yourself based on, do I deserve this? Do I deserve more? And, I gotta do my best, so how do I act in the best of my capabilities to manifest the desired outcome? That's all. That's all for today. Officially, thank you for listening to the first episode of the Highest Sesh. Enjoy your beautiful high in whatever way that resonates with you, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.